This is your Chinese astrology outlook for new love, for your existing relationship, and for friendships. Hi, I'm Donna Stellhorn. I do videos on astrology and Feng Shui. And before we get into this, if you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy videos like this, hit the like button. It really helps out the channel. We're going to be going sign by sign, and so I've put timestamps in the description box in case you are wanting to jump to your sign. And of course, if you don't know your Chinese sign, send me an email or send me a direct message, and then I will get you a copy of your charts. Okay, let's get started. For rat natives, when we look at relationships, those are your existing love relationships, we see that you're super busy and you're not really paying that much attention to it. So it is kind of in the background for you, and it would be really wise for you to give it your time and some energy so that you can increase this love relationship. Now, on the plus side with your existing relationships, it does mean that it is a little bit of romance behind closed doors. It is also a little bit more romantic than it has been in previous years. And so again, it does look like it's behind the scenes versus being out where you're doing public displays of affection. When it comes to finding new love, your best places to look for somebody new is educational places, spiritual places like churches or temples or spiritual gatherings, at your meditation class, at your yoga class, but also when you're out traveling. So if you are not planning any long trips, then just jump in the car and go to dinner in another nearby town, or maybe take a short trip to a neighboring state or different part of the country. And that way you're getting that energy, that new energy of a new place in, and then you have opportunities to meet new people. When it comes to friendships, you can find and meet people where people are dealing with objects of value or monetary things. That means that you can meet friends when you're out shopping in the mall, or maybe you're out thrifting, or perhaps you are selling things yourself in some way, maybe garage sale, maybe meeting people on Facebook Marketplace. But also look for where people are working with money or monetary things. So maybe you're taking classes in investing, or perhaps you are gathering with people to build a business or something like that. That's where friendships can be formed. For those Ox natives, we have a very passionate year coming up for you. Lots of things happening behind closed doors, very strong energy for sexual relationships and intimacy. Also for getting deeper into an existing love relationship where you really trust each other, where you know each other's secrets. So we have a lot of positive energy for Ox natives. For Ox natives looking for love, go out and do some business networking. Look around at work if your work allows people to date. Also, consider having lunch in business districts. Go out into professional situations where you can find people who are interesting and make a connection. And if you're looking for friendships, look at places like spiritual retreats, church, educational settings such as universities or continuing education. Look for places where people from foreign places come in. That would be tourist locations. You can meet people through social events, but those social events will have some sort of spiritual or educational bent to them. So like a yoga class or meditation class or things like that. For Tiger natives, you are looking at a very sexy year this year for your existing love relationship. We have a lot of intimacy, a lot of hanky-panky going on, a lot of whoopee. So this is a very sexual year for you. It also is a year where you can get a deeper intimacy with your partner. That means revealing secrets with each other, learning to trust each other more, really making a much deeper connection. When it comes to finding new love, you need to put yourself out there and be seen. This is a year where you look very good to others, where they are magnetically drawn to you, but they're not going to find you if you're sitting at home. So focus on getting out there and being seen. And this might mean, joining the choir, or maybe taking some acting lessons, or doing something where you're in the limelight. If you take any position, even a position of responsibility, you are more seen by others, and therefore you will attract more interest. And when it comes to friendships, you will get the most friendships by meeting the friends of your friends. You will expand your circle of friends by meeting the people that your friends like. And so consider having a party or get together, go to other people's parties. But by doing that, you can meet new people and find new friends. For those rabbit natives, this is a year where you can take an existing relationship to the next level. So if you're dating, that means maybe you'll move in together, or maybe you'll get engaged. If you're already in a relationship, your relationship becomes more solid, more grounded. You're helping each other on a practical level where you're really supporting each other, and that is creating a tighter bond between the two of you. It would be good to add a little bit of romance, but it looks like you're being very, very, practical and staying on a schedule. And so try to find a date night at least once a month. For those of you looking for new love, it is involved in your daily routine. So that means when you're out getting your Starbucks coffee, look around and see who you keep seeing every day. When you go to the gym, look around there, or consider going to do healthful things like maybe hiking or some sort of sport where you can meet new people. Also, too, look at your routines of how you are out in the world. If you're always in sweatpants and, you're looking down at your phone when you're out in the world, these are habits that don't help you meet new people. So look around, see who's there, say hi, see who responds to you. And for those of you who are looking for more friendships, we have those met in places where people are coming together to learn something. And that could be very formal places like school, but it also could be where you're getting together and meetup groups just to learn something. So consider, going to bookstores where people are doing a book reading or giving a lecture. Go to lectures at universities, take a community service class through your Parks and Recreation department, or do things where you can be involved with somebody side by side doing something together where you have a chance to get to know that person. For dragon natives, your existing love relationship is being admired by others. Other people are coming to you and saying, wow, I really think that your relationship is great. I wish I had one like it. And so if this doesn't match what you're experiencing, make those adjustments because you can. It also means that with your current partner, you may do some sort of business together or do something maybe charitable where you're out and seen as a couple with other people. And again, this is something where other people are thinking that your relationship is great. So if you don't find it great, consider what do you like about my relationship? Get that feedback so that you can inject that into your relationship. For dragon natives, new love is found at work. And if that's not possible, if you work in a situation where maybe you don't work with a lot of people, or if it's against the rules, consider that in work type situations or in your daily life, basically from Monday to Friday, those more traditional work days, those are the days that you are going to meet somebody. So don't bother going out so much on the weekends, but do the happy hours in the evenings on the weekdays, especially where business people would gather. Also consider that when you're doing things for your health, that you can meet new friends there also. So that would be, joining the swimming club, going dancing in maybe where you get some dance lessons, or where people go on a regular basis, or, go skating or things like that, where it is a little bit more of a kind of a healthful thing to do, and then you can meet new people. For Snake Natives, you have a romantic fun year coming up. This means that the two of you are sitting together on the couch doing a lot of cuddling, or you are actually doing some lovely dates and things like that. You might be exploring some fantasies or, really delving into some things that you want as a couple. It also means that you're coming together for children or family things, and so there is a very strong connection possible this year. If you are a Snake Native who is looking for love, you want to go do things that are a little bit on the more risky side, and that would be, speaking in public, maybe doing sports that are a little bit more exciting. Maybe you're learning to fly an airplane, or you're doing downhill skiing. Do things that do involve younger people than yourself. So if you are older and you don't really go to nightclubs, maybe it's time to just step out there a little bit and see what's going on in those. And if you're looking for friendships, these are found in work situations. So look around at the office and see if there's somebody that you might go to lunch with, or even do something outside of work. Also, look around for professional organizations that are in your field and meet people through that. And of course, looking at where people work out or get healthy, you can also meet lots of friends there. Horse Natives, your current relationships get stronger through communication, listening to each other, even just spending some time talking about nothings, and that helps you get to the deeper things that are going on. And the more you communicate, the closer your relationship is going to be. If you are separated by some distance, maybe for work or family matters, make sure that you're talking to each other on a regular basis. That will help your relationship stay close. Horse Natives who are looking for love can find something that is extremely hot and passionate this year. That means that you may fall into an intimate relationship even sooner than you were expecting. It can mean that the chemistry is really there and that you are just very, very drawn to each other. And while this can be very exciting, it can make it difficult to transition to a longer-term relationship. So it is something to pay attention to when it's happening. And if you want to make more friends, go to places where people just have fun in general. This can be places as simple as amusement parks or parks themselves. Look for where people hang out with their kids and take your kids to the same place, do play dates and things like that. Also, if you are considering more friends, you can find people who are doing things that they just enjoy, like surfing, skiing, cooking, anything that you really like. Go find people who do that and where they're doing it, and you will find more friends. For sheep or goat or ram, you guys are doing your existing love relationships in a romantic way this year. It is really about, what you've been dreaming of doing with your love. How can you explore more romance? Maybe you want to go dancing. Maybe you want to do something together that's out on a beach somewhere at midnight. Whatever that is the ticket this year to making your relationship better. There is also lots of energy around fertility and children for you this year, so if you're wanting to expand the family, this is quite possible. If you're looking for new love, it's all about communication this year, and that means if you're on an online dating site, you need to actually be quite active. You need to be emailing and connecting with people. If you're starting to date, make sure that you respond to texts or emails, or even phone calls if those still happen, so that you can really express to that person that you're interested in them. Also, that when you're together, there's no reason to play coy. It's, the right person's going to work out. The wrong person needs to get out of your way. So have that conversation of what you're looking for. Be honest and very upfront about, whether you want a long-term relationship, whether you are just dating, so that you can find out if the person across the table from you is the right one. And if you want more friendships, you want to look close to home. And that means looking in your own neighborhood, maybe who walks their dogs around you, or who's been a neighbor a long time and maybe you never speak to that person because, you know, you both go into your houses, close your garage doors, and it just doesn't happen. If you live in a different city than you were born, look for people who are from that same city that you were born in. Maybe there is a meetup group or something like that, especially if you're some expats in a different country. Also look for people who maybe root for the same sports team as you do or have some other home type of connection. For monkey natives, your existing love relationship improves with good communication. And, you know, you're already really good at communication, but other people or your partner may not be. And so you might want to shift how you're communicating with that person so that you can draw them out into better communication with you. Also being honest and forthright about your feelings, really talking about, you know, what bothers you, what makes you happy, and balancing that information so that you're not in some sort of communication rut with that person, so that you really look at what the issues are, talk them out, and you will become a much closer relationship. When it comes to finding new love, it's all about you being seen, and that means getting out of the house, wearing some colors, not just being in black all the time, not just looking down at your phone all the time, but being there and being present where you are. Smile at the world. You know, you have the ability to look and make a connection with people this year that can be really powerful, but you do have to be out there and be aware. And when you're looking for friendships, though, you can go back close to home. That means that people in your neighborhood, maybe people in your complex. If you live in a large apartment complex, maybe there are parties or get-togethers in the complex that you can join in on. Also look at exploring the greater neighborhood. You know, do you do your neighborhood shops? Do you go to your neighborhood coffee shop and things like that, so that you can meet the people who live close by? For Rooster natives, your existing love relationship gets stronger when you guys agree on financial matters, when you come together, maybe to do a budget together, to pay down debt together, to make more money together. Also, when you shop for things for the home together, buying cars together, anything that you're doing that has some sort of financial significance, you can help improve your relationship by talking it out with your partner and agreeing. For Rooster natives who are looking for new love, it's all about communication this year, and that means going up to somebody and actually asking them out, or at least saying hi and getting to know that person. If you're doing online dating, it is more than just looking at people's profiles, but reaching out to them and starting a conversation. It is also about telling your friends that you are open to meeting someone and having them fix you up. So consider, it's all about who you tell and who you talk to for getting new love. And when it comes to friendships and increasing friendships, you're doing this in a couple of steps. The first thing is to visualize what you want in a friendship. Do you want a really close friend? Do you just want to expand your circle of friends? And picture that type of person and then how you would meet that person. Do you meet them over at Whole Foods when you're going, shopping for your vegetables? Or do you meet them at the local Starbucks, when you're just sitting there sipping your latte? How do you meet that person and feel comfortable having that conversation begin? So that's the first step. And then the second step is to go to places where people meet for spiritual reasons. And that can be places like meditation class, yoga class, vision quests, and things like that. Also, if you're by a large body of water, such as a lake, a river, ocean, go to those locations. That also is a place where you can meet new friends. For dog natives, when it comes to your existing relationship, you are needing to be very much your authentic self, to notice and really see your partner and be seen. And that is to be present when you're around your partner. Don't be on autopilot, just, saying hi and bye, but really look at that person and be seen yourself and say, this is how I'm changing. This is how I'm growing. And notice how they're changing and growing as well. And through the conversation that begins, you can have a deeper, stronger bond. This is also a great year to take your relationship to the next level. So if you're just dating, you may move in together or get engaged. Or if you're engaged, it's time to set the date and get married. If you're looking for new love, it is also good to be seen. And so this is about going to your friends and your family and saying, I'm looking for somebody. Please help me find somebody. And this is also about not necessarily looking for a carbon copy of yourself. You have perhaps a real idea of what you're looking for, but it's time to suspend that and listen to friends and family. If they bring you someone, go out on a date or two, try it out so that you can see that how you can expand your vision of what you're looking for. And if you're looking for friendships, then you want to take a more spiritual approach, and that can be through prayer or meditation. I'm really favor visualization for this, and that is to visualize the friendship coming in, why you want a friend, how you're going to be a friend to that person, and picture the relationship happening. Also picture how you would be meeting that person, what situations where you'd be comfortable enough to say, hey, I like you. Why don't we go do something outside of whatever venue you've met this person in? And then go out into the world and notice the world. Notice the people who you see on a regular basis. Maybe, that's the person who's checking you out at the grocery store, or maybe this is somebody you see at the mall pretty often, and just start a conversation. And for pig natives, this is going to be a much better year for you across the board, starting with your love relationship. It is getting more romantic, more intimate. You are coming together, exploring what it is to be in a relationship with this person. And so doing things together behind closed doors or away from prying eyes is best. Really have private time together, even if it's just sitting on the sofa, away from the kids and away from other family members, but just spend some quality time together. When it comes to finding new love, look for this person where you do things for spiritual growth. That would be like meditation class or yoga class, going to church or temple. Also, though, places where you can have a lot of fun. That would be like theater, movies, bars, and nightclubs and things like that. These are places where you could meet someone. So do some visualization beforehand of what the situation would be like, where you would feel comfortable enough to say to that person, yes, I'm willing to give you my contact information. Visualize that, and the universe will provide that situation for you. And probably the best area for you this year is friendships, where you can really expand the number of friends that you have, and you can find friends of all different levels, very close friends, more acquaintances, people who are supportive of you. And so you can find friends at places where people gather in general. That would be meetup groups, networking groups, especially though charitable endeavors. Or you can meet people through technology. That would be going online and finding people who might have been connected to your social media for years and meeting them in real life. And that's it. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If you're not sure about your sign, shoot me that email so I can get that information to you. And I will see you in the next video.